This isekai really just surprised me with the ending of this arc and the setup to the calamity arc. But I have no problem admitting when I was wrong, and I was wrong about our MC. I really thought he made a mistake because ultimately every arc he's made some form of mistake, some bigger than others, of course, but he picks himself back up and he solves it. Like, that's the whole characterization of him, because his boss, the Demon Lord's like, hey, you messed up, shit happens, just fix it. It's not a big deal. It's only a big deal if you give up. I had a couple people last week mention how they thought, no, like he probably saw through the girl betrayal from the beginning. And I said, no, I disagree. I firmly thought he just made a mistake similar to what's happened every time prior to this, and he would recover from it. No problem admitting I was wrong. No, he saw through it from the very beginning, and Operation Wyvern went in a completely different direction. When they were setting up the fact that they had a dead wyvern body, I was like, okay, they're gonna go steal the shit back. But this isn't a generic isekai. This is an isekai that does things through diplomacy, right? So the idea, it's just so brilliant. They make them think that they're gonna feed the people with wyvern meat, when in fact that was being used as a bartering tool for a deal that was made from the beginning. We just had no idea, so that the proper Gim would get there, give it out for free, and we'd bankrupt this guy. Not only that, we expose how he's an abusive piece of shit and all the merchants turn on him. Like, I gotta be honest, that's some peak storytelling. And the best part of the entire thing is that it's not just a singular arc that caused this to happen. We tie back to the very first negotiation we did in the first two episodes, on top of course, our new pig merchant friend who has friends in high places. The way they comboed everything together, yeah, it kind of felt like the second to last episode where everything just came full circle. We still have a few episodes, of course, but the calamity's coming, and the calamity looks mad dangerous, so that's exciting as much as it is terrifying. Of course, if you want to support my work, see my full thoughts on these episodes, we got the Patreon, full and cut live reactions available exclusively over there if you're so interested. So, damn. I think the best part too is how it ties together that this all wouldn't have worked had it not been for her father and the tipping of the cards, and how, like, it's just, it brings a grin to your face. I was happy that Viper got slashed. Sis did get to, do a pretty nasty blow to him. Am I sad that he's not dead? Yeah, there's certain characters I think in this world that shouldn't exist, but I think in terms of what type of story this is trying to be and who our MC is, defeating people not by robbing them or defeating them not by breaking their legs, I think it does work, and it doesn't make him feel like a soft MC, but rather, hey, we're gonna lock your bitch ass in prison, there's gonna be a mad investigation, you're definitely getting exiled from the kingdom no matter what, but yeah, maybe you'll get hanged too, but that's not my decision to make. We'll let the courts of Demon Lord Realm decide that. And I think that actually works without making you roll your eyes being like, damn, here we go again, another Justice MC who refuses to get his hands dirty. No, it's like, I get it. I think it works in a way that you don't always see in these types of shows. And I think it doesn't make him feel weak either. Like that moment when he was on the ground, how the tables have turned. We started the arc with, our MC on his knees begging because he had no problem doing so, to this man trying to bullshit because he's like, hey, if he let the pig go free, he's gonna let me go free. Difference. The pig was genuine. You are not. Like, pretty much it. But he stood there like a boss being like, no, like, behind those words is just, it's self-serving. Like, that's the entire thing that you're giving off. And it's interesting, too, because as frustrating as the kid's betrayal was last week, at no point did I say, damn, she was a bad person. She was a little girl with a gun to her head who was shown to have been beaten and bruised. Yeah, I mean, it's understandable why she betrayed the nice guy who was helping her. I do appreciate, too, that she did try to help a little, because ultimately the plan was that, what she read was that it was going to be distributed in the main central market, and she decided to stretch the truth and say it's actually going to go to the outskirts first. She can't really do much, but she tried to stretch the truth. Unfortunately, he saw right through that. That's kind of what I appreciate about Viper as a antagonist, is that despite his generically, like, overly evil persona, he feels intelligent. Like, he actually thought outside the box, he read between the lines, and to be honest, he was a pretty strong force. It's just, unfortunately for him, our guy's even better. Just a really satisfying episode. I'm glad they cleared up the Lolita thing. I knew he wasn't a Lolita enthusiast, but the fact that Glasses thought so, and she's like, oh, wait a second, I thought you're just overly interested in children. I'm glad that misunderstanding's gone. And our boy didn't even say anything. He just had the shocked look of like, what the who do you think you're talking to? And I do think it makes sense of why he was able to realize she was a traitor right away, like hiding the skin. Like, we're in a world where demons show skin. It wasn't even just because she was young. Like, it was like for a demon to cover that up, she was probably hiding something there. So it's like, I really appreciate the fact that they just handled and covered their tracks. But really what tied it together was the fact that rather than just going back to our previous connection that we made, who, yes, he's probably going to be the most important connection we have, but it's all the connections we built up to this point. It just kind of felt like, yeah, like this is the final battle in a way for what this show would want to be. But now we know what the final threat will be. It's the Calamity. I thought we were setting up the Calamity for a season 2. Calamity's already here. I don't know how they're gonna deal with this. Like, it's not to say Amandra's not very talented at destroying winged beasts. She said she killed 50 wyverns or something like that in the previous episode, but that doesn't mean a lot of innocent people aren't gonna die. So that's a little frightening. It'll be interesting because up to this point, he's really had to do diplomatic stuff to fight. These are beasts flying in to attack. So yes, there'll probably be a lot of meetings and stuff, strategy meetings, and making people agree to help fight in order you get this. But it's gonna get spicy for sure. I wasn't expecting them to do something so crazy for the season finale. Of course we have 3 episodes left, but still, I was expecting something calmer than this. I don't know, like just with the way they're building it up. But an amazing arc, an amazing episode. And I think this show has been one of the more criminally underappreciated isekais of this season. The name to me sounded interesting from the beginning, but I do acknowledge that apparently the name sounded dumb to a lot of anime fans. I don't know why. It will never make sense, but I recognize that a lot of people felt that way. But this show has done legitimately well and avoids so many tropes and cliches and just does something different. And to look at the difference, the night and day difference of our MC and how fearful he was of his boss at the start to where he is now, and pulling from all of those experiences, I love how they do it. I think it just does a really, really good job with this formula, and I'm so excited for more. You let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What do you think? I didn't see a single person say exactly this was going to happen. I saw a lot of people thinking we were going to rob the carts and stuff, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shocked people this week, but your thoughts. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Agus TR, Leaf Solmond, Chitin Lord, Nelson, Bill, Waka, Merc, and we also have Purple Derpenton. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.